Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the pre-market live show. It's Friday, March 14th, and the market's actually green this morning, but we've seen it do this a million times and then turn really red. So we'll go through and see what it wants to do. We'll look at our Jolie's jumpers first, and we'll hop into our SPY and all. All information presented here is for educational and informational purposes only, not intended as financial advice. So always do your due diligence. I hope everybody's having a great morning, and I hope you guys got to check out the live stream last night. And this might be the last show like this. I think we're going to be live streaming everything coming up next week. So we'll be doing that, and you can see the charts live. So I hope everybody enjoyed that. So here we go. Let's get rocking and rolling and check out our Jolie's jumpers here. APDN. Let's see what that bad boy's doing. It just split, it looks like. It looks like it might be splitting today, as a matter of fact. So we'll have to keep an eye on this. It took a major dip yesterday coming into the split. Yeah, we'll keep an eye on APDN, Applied DNA Sciences. As a matter of fact, that had just popped up on my scanner the other night. I think 2 nights ago. Oh, that's yeah, there you go. BTOG, that Bit Origin, I think that jumped up this morning again. BTOG, we were looking at that last night, and it, like I was saying, it wanted to kind of roll off. I don't know how high it's going to run up today. 37.44. It's at 35 right now, but it did get moving this morning, and we'll see. Like I said, it's kind of just sitting right there. It is trying to crawl up. It could get moving with some volume today. And what's it had? 32 million already. So that's pretty wild right there. BTOG, HMR. And that's what I'm saying. Look, I mean, 32 million in volume. It's 7 a.m. I mean, that's crazy right there. HMR was at MGOL or something like that. It's a marine shipping one that just changed, and that's been running up here for a few days, trying to run up this morning. 365 to 424. It's at 396. Not looking bad, guys. So keep an eye on that HMR. And our good old Icon took a nice dip, and let's see if that's a nice dip and rip look right here. ICON. Let's see. Oh no, that was setting up. I was thinking something else. I'm sorry. Icon was setting up yesterday, and it closed up at 13 cents. This morning, it's at 14. So, and then it came down to 11. So it ran up a penny, and then dipped down a little bit. So it is at 11. It ran up to 14. We'll see. It's still in the basement there, getting set up. So we'll see. Icon might be able to run today. And again, the market's kind of green this morning. So we'll see how they want to look. That MRM, that one was in a good spot right there, and that one's popping up there. So there you go with that bad boy. And I'm pretty sure we were looking at it saying, keep an eye on this thing. And there it goes. Yesterday it went what, 53? Yeah, 53 to 144. I remember we were looking at it. And then today it's 110 to 123. It's down to 79 though. It's so quick. So it wasn't a great spot there. Popped up. We'll see if it can get running again today, but it did run up there and pulling back. PRPL, Purple Innovation, and this one popped up. We were not looking at this one. I know that. PRPL. And let's see. Yesterday it ran up there from 70 to 96. It closed at 84 this morning, 81 to 76. So it's just definitely pulling back there today. But Purple Innovation definitely ran yesterday, not looking bad. RGC, let's see what that one's up to. This was a huge runner yesterday that we did call out the night before. And let's see what it's up to right here. 434 to 1658 yesterday. And this morning, 1272 up to 1480. And it's at 1203 right now. So a little bit of pullback, but I would keep an eye on this RGC. It's still in the top, and it could get running some more. Has that resistance up there at about 1405 area. So keep a look out for that one. RGC, see if it can keep running up there. And SSP this morning, let's see what that's doing. That is jumped up there. Is that this morning? Because that's really nice. Yesterday, that looks like that was. Let me take a look. Yeah, yesterday this ran up really good, 203 to 294. It closed at 292, and then this morning only 290 to 291, back to 269. Generally, they like to run like that, so I'm surprised to see it pull back. I would keep an eye on this. It could get cruising up again. It's still in the top, it looks like, unless it's pulling out there, but it could be right there. So keep an eye on that SSP right there. And there we go with our Jolie's jumpers. Thank you very much, Asian Jolie. And here we go. We'll look at our laptop lowdowns. Let me hop into them. and we'll see what they are doing here and what's going to be looking good probably for next week, I would say. Let's see. AREB. Let's look at that one. AREB. Let's see what that's doing. Oh, that one's going to be getting set up. What a nice dip and rip look. So let me keep my eye on this one. I know we were looking at it and Laptop Travel saying the same thing, but yeah, that's a nice dip and rip look. Was that today? Yeah, it dipped down to 21 today. Definitely keep an eye on that. AREB STBX. That's that Starbucks group. And this one was trying to roll up there. I'm telling you, keep an eye on this. This is trying to get moving. It moved the other day a little bit. Not much, 26 to 31. And right now you're still at that 26. So it's just trying to get moving there. STBX, ASAN, or ASNS, I'm sorry. ASNS. Let's see what this one's doing. It's pulling back. That's a nice laptop lowdown right here. And it does look like it might have been rolling up yesterday, 69 to 75. It stopped at 75. It doesn't look like it's doing anything today. And we'll have to look at this bad boy and see what it wants to do because that could be bottoming out, and we'll have to see. And again, we're sticking with the pattern until it changes. They are green today. We've seen this a million times, and then get run back down. So we will be watching everything real close today. CAPS, Capstone Holding. This almost looks like some crazy shell company or something weird. But it does look like it's just pulling back a hair right there. This is a strange one. I have to look at this one while it's kind of moving. It looks brand new, actually. That's what it's saying. March 6th here. That's why it looks all crazy. Yeah, I'd have to look. I'll look at caps later and see what that's doing there. CERO. Let me see what this is up to. CERO pull back a nice dip right there too. Was that yesterday's dip? Yeah, it had to have been 142 to 190, and then its low was 93, and it closed at 101. So it definitely pulled back down there. And today it opened at 95 to 97, and another one, CERO. I would watch for that dip and rip got into the basement. So we'll keep an eye on that one as well. DWTX. Let's see what DWTX is doing right here. And there's always ones that are getting set up to go run like crazy on these lists. So DWTX, that one just ran up, it looks like 2 days ago, pulling back a little bit. Should try to get balanced back out here and then moving back up. So we'd have to look at that one probably next week. Or FGBI, First Guarantee Bank Shares. This one's been pulling back right here. Just let it pull back a little bit more, but a great one to keep an eye on because when it curls back around, and it's trying to, so it might be trying to bottom out. We'll see. We know we're getting close to that bottom, and every day looks like it's happening, but it's not. So obviously we break them down at night and know what it looks like and then go through them again in the morning. This GNLN, this one's interesting. It looks like it's curled through and just kind of going down as it curls through. It is 52 to 53 down to 50. That was yesterday, and we'll have to look at it today. It may just keep pulling back there. We'll have to see. And that hit took a big hit. It's up 3 cents. It's not ready to curl up just yet. Let me see what it's doing in the pre-market here, HIT. And it's just sitting there 108 to 113 it looks like, and it's sitting at 113. It's up a little bit, HIT, so we'll look at that and see if it wants to either get bouncing or set up. KBSX is a Singapore steel company right here. It's way down in the basement right there, so we'll have to take a look at that, let it get run down, and then we'll look at that at the bottom. And good old Logic Mark right here, it runs around a little bit. It popped up the other day, it was nice, and now it's pulling back a little bit. Let's see what it's up to this morning. LGMK, and yeah, it's just kind of running flat. That is today, 18 cents. Yesterday it closed at 17, so it's up a penny, but it's just a little bit flat this morning as it's opening up. So we'll look at Logic Mark as the day goes on. And our friend Mullen here, the most just the craziest stock, the most splits that you'll ever see in a stock history right here, and it is pulling back. And actually, we will look at Mullen. Let's smack this one out the park when it wants to run next time. Let's see, it's curled over right there. Let it just pull back a little bit, and it might actually be a good one after the split. Another split for the 100th time, and then it just kind of pulling back in that basement. So we'll look at Mullen and see what it wants to do right there and when it wants to get set up. And I know it's like the worst stock in the world, but if we catch that one day that it can pop up, that'll be all you really want to do with that thing. It's very diluted all the time. ONCO. Wow, what a pullback on this thing. ONCO right here. That is a nice pullback. Been pulling back, and we'll just see where it wants to get to. At 12 cents, maybe that's the low. It could come a little lower. It is trying to crawl up there, and we just kind of know it's not ready yet. But we'll look and see when these things are getting ready. And that Red Hill RDHL, we've been looking at this thing, and again, was trying to get curled up, and now it's pulling back a little bit. So I don't know if they're exactly ready yet. I keep telling you that. And then they keep pulling back as they try to set up. So again, we're just not convinced that they're ready to rock and roll just yet. RNAZ in the basement, and another one going to have that big old fish hook. So yeah, watch this thing because it will have that pop up as it's curling up about 3 days out. So it's right about there, guys. So keep your eye on that RNAZ as well, and RSLS. Let's look at that Reshape Life Sciences down at the bottom, pulling back right there. Let me see what it's doing this morning, RSLS. And that is yesterday's date, and it was pulling back from 70 to 63, and that's where it closed. So we'll have to look at that as it opens, RSLS. And let's see what SCNX is doing right here, Science. Whatever it is, Scienture Holdings, and that is in the basement. It looks like it is trying to base out. It did try to, it was over the MACD and crossed down. That's a weird look right there. Yeah, something strange going on in SCNX. I'll look at this one today and see what it's trying to do there. And let's take a look at SGMA right now, Sigmatron International, pulling back right there. Maybe that's a bottom. SGMA. Yeah, we'll keep an eye, but again, we notice pattern where they start bouncing off, and now it's making some real separation. So it's going to have to curl up there. So I'm not so sure that would be the bottom, but I will take a look at that. TOVX, and we just got to stay patient and keep an eye on them. You'll find them. We've been finding the bottoms. You just have to really know, because look at this one, TOVX. Looks like I had a beautiful dip and rip kind of situation. It dipped yesterday, 135 down to 103, and it closed at 115 right there. So, and it does look like it's pulling back TOVX. So that's what I mean. You have to be super patient. Just when they look like they're ready to roll is when they get dipping. Twin Hospitality Group, TWNP. And this one is trying to get out of the basement and set up. I have to look at this one as it's moving as well, just because it's new, but it isn't looking bad right there. 715 to 745. It's at 722, and that was yesterday. So there you go with your laptop lowdowns. Thank you very much, Laptop Travel. Greatly appreciate them, bad boys. And then I'll take a quick look and see what you guys want to see. That BTCT is up 5% in the pre-market. Laptop Travel said it is up 19 cents right there. Not looking bad. Let me see what it wants to do. And this one was one of them ones that was rolling off the MACD again. It's up over it. And what is it doing? This one just says it's at 411. Actually, that's odd. My Trend Spider just has it at 411. It is up though, 426. It looks like it. So yeah, that's the FinViz has it right on this morning. Pretty odd right there, I'd say. But anyway, BTCT, and there you go with that bad boy. CVNA, I'll just run through you guys, and then we'll look at the SPY and everybody and see what it's doing. CVNA, let's look at Carvana right here. That one's dipping down real nice. It might be up right now. Let's see, CVRA. It ran up a little bit today. That's yesterday's date, so it was pulling back yesterday. I don't see it yet today, but it does look like it's running up on the pre-market on FinViz. So quite odd that the Trend Spider's not showing me much this morning. And so I'll have to look at that one. Is it up this morning? It looks like it's up $4 right there. So I'll have to take a look at that one. NOC, that Northrop Grumman one, that does not look like it's moving yet, but that does look like it will be today. And let's see. Yeah, I don't have that moving just yet, but that definitely looks like it will be today. And that Toyota Motors, Luis Rodriguez was pointing this out last night, and it does look like it's trying to roll off that MACD right there. So keep an eye on TM, Toyota Motors, and that one is not looking too bad to try to get a run up there. And JNUG, let's look at that. It's the gold index one. I forget if it's the junior or what it is. Um, yeah, it's the Dow Junior Gold Miners Index Bull 2 times, and this one's run up there, JNUG, and it continues to run up as gold continues to run. So keep an eye on that one. And ASML, I think NUGT is another one. Yeah, that's the Gold Miners Index Bull. The other one's the Junior, and this one NUGT. This is running up too really good. So keep an eye on NUGT NUG and ASML. Let's see. ASML Holdings. That one's getting set up doing the old maybe it curled through. It says it's up $15. I wish they would just show it on the chart. Let me see. It is up a little bit right here. And it's still curling up. It's not up over that MACD. What's it at? 709. It opened at 701. It got up to 714, it says. So we will keep an eye on that. And this says 710. But yeah, not looking bad. Did jump into that channel. And again, it has to get through that MACD. So we'll have to see if it can do it. And CrowdStrike Holdings is just curling up right there. It looks like it's trying to today. It's up 660, and we will see CRWD. And it is trying to jump up a little bit today. And again, I'm just not convinced that these things are ready to roll just yet, but they are trying to bottom out and get set up. So we will keep an eye on CrowdStrike as well right there, Luis Rodriguez. So thank you very much. And KBSX is up 13% in the pre-market. What's KSBX here? Hold on, what is that one? Let me see. Did I KBSX? Let me read it right. KBSX, and let's see what that's doing. 260 right there. Let me see. Mine doesn't have it doing anything. KBSX at FST. Yeah, mine don't have it doing anything. This looks like a shell company. It's a steel company. And that FGBI, let's see what that's doing. That's that First Guarantee. Oh, that's the banking sector. And so is a banking, and many in that sector have done well. Keep watching that one. And the crazy China pump and dumps are pretty crazy. BON. Let's look at that one real quick. Bond Natural. Oh yeah, look at that pump up right there, up over 100% for BON. And wow, that was a really good pump up, 55 to 1094. Holy cow. And then it's back to like it's at 182. I mean, it's not bad from 55, that's for sure, but it got up to 1094 right there. That is a hell of a run up, I would say. And that PSQH, yeah, I was going to get to them. As Antonio Costa asked about them, PSQH, had that written down, and that is up that 14 cents. Let's see if it's trying to get through the MACD. Like I said, we had to see if this was going to do it right here. And let's see, it's trying to move up. It had that momentum right there. Actually, it's not doing anything on my chart right there. On here, it's just setting up. That is today at 250, so it is up 14 cents, it says. And then we'll look at that one, and also the BuzzFeed BZFD BuzzFeed, that's jumped up there this morning too. So there you go, and we did like that one. That one did look really good to keep that momentum. So that one gapped up. It looks like it closed yesterday 218, and it's at 231 right now. So there you go for BuzzFeed. That was looking really good going in with that momentum. And then that PSQH, again, I wanted to see it get through, but it is up this morning, and we'll keep an eye on that one. So there you go with them two nice momentum plays right there. And that STBX, it will be down another 20%. Someone's talking about that. And BTOG, we did them. So we got all that good stuff. And let's see. Wow, what is that thing doing? Hold on. KBSX. And let me see. Oh, yeah, that thing's just pulling back right there. So we'll have to keep an eye on this. KBSX. Definitely trying to pull back. What did it do this morning? It's at 261 yesterday, closed at 218. I'll have to look at it. I'm not sure if that's ready just yet, but I'll look at it. Steel company in Singapore. Now let's look at the market. It is nice and green. The whole market's green. It doesn't look like this very often. And when I came down, the stock cube was actually green. The crypto cube, all of them were up. I mean, they're not really moving. I looked at them this morning. Soul looks like it could be trying to cruise, but I'm not convinced. And again, we'll keep an eye and look at everything real quick and see what it wants to do. So let's see what our spy's up to. It's up 417, and I am not convinced that wants to go up, guys. So we see this every single morning, and yeah, I just can't say it is trying now. I think our bottoms are getting in, to be honest with you. So I think the bottoms are getting there. It can just pull back a little bit more as it gets set up. So that's what it's looking like. And so I think next week we may start to see a little more curl up action on the market. But it does look like that bottom's trying to get there. It's just a matter of when it's right there. Apple's up $1.05, trying to curl up. And again, I'm just not convinced it's completely ready yet. They could go red very easily, you know that. And it does. It doesn't look like it's exactly ready to get moving. How about Amazon, AMZN? Let's see what it's up to. It's up 2:39 in the morning, and it's just trying. Now, this one, I'm telling you, I think this one is getting bottomed out here. Amazon, and it's going to start curling up. Remember, we were talking about this one's going to move with Google. I think that 190 area might be its bottom. It's at 196, guys. I would say be keeping an eye on this. It's getting close. You can kind of see it right there. It does want to bottom out. I will definitely be looking at Amazon today. Google's up $1.34. Another one. It looks like it's trying to get to that bottom, trying to get back up there. So we'll keep an eye on it and see how they look. Maybe next week they start getting turned around here. So I think we are getting a bottom territory. And let's look at Meta right here. And then again, they could dip down as they have to set up a little bit more. I'm not saying they won't pull back at all, but if we can get the bottom area and know that we're basing out, then you kind of look for your dip and rips, and you can know that they're getting ready to rock and roll. So Meta's up $9 at the moment. And let me look at it here. And yeah, they're just starting. So, I mean, I think their bottoms are in, and we're going to start looking at them start to move back up. So, I don't think they're exactly ready to be popping yet. Don't get me wrong, but I think our bottoms are getting there, and I will absolutely be watching them today to make sure. And of course, it's going to be on a Friday over a weekend, so you can't tell. Microsoft's up 280 or up 290 to 381. And again, it's just curling up here. I don't know if it's completely ready. It's been bouncing off of there a lot. You do have that bottom line, that basement right there has a support on it. So we'll have to look at Microsoft and see if it wants to pull back a little bit more right there. And Nvidia, that's up 238, and it's hitting that line hard. And again, I am just not convinced that that's ready to get rolling. Let me see, hitting the line really good. I could see it hitting and pulling back with no problem. So I will be watching them closely. And Tesla is up 387, and this thing's hitting. Yeah, this one could be getting ready to roll too, guys. That bottom could be actually at that like 217 area. Would it get to? I think it pulled back in the pre-market the other day down to like 215. I think was at bottom, and I think it's at 244, and now Tesla could be getting set up right here. So we will absolutely be getting, yeah, we could be bottoming out here for next week, guys. I'm not going to lie, and we'll keep an eye on them. And again, they could just run around a little bit to get set up. AMC's down a little bit right there, and GameStop was pulling back. It's up 32 cents now, trying to curl up until that pattern gives up, though. We have to stick with it. Chewy's up a little bit this morning, and we see them up a lot and then go red very quick. So I'll be keeping my eye on them for sure. Netflix up $11 right there. It doesn't really look like it's ready, though. And let's see what AVGO, let's look at our semiconductors. That's up $4.03, trying to curl up there. Let me see what that's up to right here. Again, guys, I just don't see it. I mean, it's hitting that MACD line, and I just don't see it getting through there. So maybe as one little quick pop up. That MU was jumping up yesterday. It's up some more today. It did cross through, so that one did make it through, I must say, and it is running up, and it could just continue to run up there. Watch for it to get up into the 100 range. It's at 97 right there for MU. So that one did make it. So again, we're gonna see if any of them can. TSM's up a hair, and it's coming up to that line. If they don't get through right here, I'm telling you, they're going down pretty good though. So you can't. They keep looking like this bottoms in, and then they dip down. They're getting really, really close though. You can tell. So you can't see if they want one more little pullback or if they want to get set up. SMCI trying to get set up here, up $1.08, and in that channel, and the 20s up there at 45. It's got to get through and get curling up again. Just not completely ready, but could be trying to bottom out here. AMD's looking like it's setting up to be in a great spot right there, and we were looking at it pull back, and I was saying it was in a great spot. I would keep an eye on AMD, guys, because that one looks like it could get flying and just have a nice little pop there. QCOM, that's up $1.69 and trying to get curled up there. And again, we've seen this a million times here, so we're not gonna jump to it just yet until they actually really show that they really want to get rolling, where a few of them can start bumping through, and then we kind of know that the pattern can be broken. Intel right here is jumped up a little bit more, and that's curled up, hitting that line pretty good. Let me see. That's crossing through and looking good. Intel could have a little run up as well. So maybe it's kind of trying to break that pattern, like I said, and they're trying to bottom out here. That would be great. PayPal up 84 cents, and that one looks like it's trying to crawl through and break the pattern. So, yeah, maybe we're getting there, guys. That would be great, getting set up for next week. And PayPal not looking too bad right there, I must say. And Snow, SNOW, up 230, and it's curling up. We just have to make sure it can break that pattern right there. So it does look like they're getting closer, but we do see them set up in the morning and then get destroyed in the daytime. And then at night, you're saying they don't look so good and they're not ready yet. So we're obviously watching that for sure. And then let's look at Dell right here. That one is trying to curl up right there, up at 146, and it is trying to curl up a little bit. So let's see. Dell, maybe that is curling up as well. Like I said, they could be bottoming out, but we're just not going to trust it yet until they really get there. But they do look like they're trying to. Even Palantir down at that 81, and that doesn't look too bad. So I would say in the next few days, well, today's Friday, so by next week, you're definitely going to know. And it's either going to be popping next week or we're going to be dipping really, really hard next week. So it's either one or the other. They're going to really start setting up or they're going to hit them MACD lines and really come crashing down. And of course, we have a whole weekend to think about it. So that's always fun. Sophie here, that one's up 25 cents again, trying to curl up. So we'll just wait to see what it wants to do. And good old Mara is getting set up. And again, it just looks like it has some more time to get set up. Let me see. They do. They try to throw you off a little bit. This one's like crossing down a little bit. We'll have to watch Mara today. And Riot right here is trying to curl up right there. And again, we've seen it a million times and then pull back. So maybe they stay green this morning and then you could see them pull back crazy next week. Like I said, you have to be very patient and careful with these. You don't want to be jumping in too fast. Anything can happen over the weekend. World War III could start. You never know. And, things can change pretty fast, especially right now. So we know it's day to day, almost hour to hour with these things. Riot looking good to curl up, but I'm not so sure it'll get through right there. And good old MicroStrategy was up $9, and it is trying to curl up here. Has that resistance at the 20 up there, 282. It's at about 272, and it is looking good. And remember, it was curling down, and it took a major curl up. So maybe we're going to hear something. I don't know. It is getting set back up. It's just not completely ready yet, and that's fine. I'd rather see it getting set up than them just trying to pop off like crazy because then they'd come right back down. CLSK Another one is curling back off that MACD, looking much better this morning, it looks like, and it is moving in a positive way. So that's CLSK, and again, they're not looking too bad. How about Coinbase? That's up 523 and trying to curl up there. So we'll watch them. We'll see if they can actually get through the MACD lines and get moving. Bitcoin is at 83,158, so it did move up a little overnight. Solana's at 126 right there, and Ethereum got into the 1900 range again. It's at 1,903. So again, they definitely look better this morning. And Ripple's at 231 right there. And let's see what the rest. H bar's at 19 cents. It's up a little bit. And Cardano's at 71, almost at 72 cents. So there you go. Let's look at them charts real quick and just see. I was looking at them this morning just because it was green and I wanted to see. And again, they're hitting, I mean, they're trying to get through, but it's just one of them things. Like I said, Solana looked like it was trying to get through it. Bitcoin's hitting that MACD line really good. We've seen it even get through and pull itself right back down. So I'm not 100% convinced they're ready yet, but maybe we are getting to that bottom area, which would be great. And then we could get cruising back up, which would be awesome. And Ethereum, that is in the 1900s. And again, making that curl up, is it going to try to get through? We've seen it do this a lot. It doesn't look like it to me, not yet anyway. But Solana does look like it wants to run, guys. Solana did get through barely. It's peeking its head through and looking better this morning. So we'll have to look at Solana. Maybe they have something coming out. I don't know. It does look a little bit better this morning. I'll keep an eye on and see if it can keep going up like that. And Cardano's at 71 right here, and that's in between the 50 and the 200 right there, but just kind of pulling back, nothing crazy. Let's look at Ripple real quick and see. It's at 232. Let me see, because it was trying to run up a little yesterday. And again, curling up there, hitting the line, and we'll have to see if it wants to get cruising. It looks pretty good. I must say, Ripple looks good, but we'll have to look and see if it really wants to get moving there. We have seen these do this a lot of times there. Laptop Travel said Tesla's bottom was 210. I didn't even see it get down that far, but that's all good. And here we go. Let's see what else is going on right here. Like I said, it is a green market right there. And let me see what's on the scanners. That BTOG right there. And let's see, DGLY, that one's up a little bit this morning. How about that UOKA, guys? Another one right there popping up for you. I told you this thing. I keep telling you, keep your eye on this damn thing. It's going to be moving. And there it is, 16 to 23. It's at 21. It's up over 25% right there. So there you go at UOKA. That's a hit. That bond was up, and ADTX has been pulling back. RNAZ, we'll look at it and see if it can just have a little curl up pop, and that MRM is up, and HEPA is just pulling back there. Let's see what else is going on. Let's see that icon pull back a little bit, nothing too crazy. And what's BHAT doing? Let me look at it. Looks like it's pulling back just a hair. Yeah, that could be like a little dip and rip kind of setup right there for BHAT. I'll keep an eye on that one today. And that QBTS is up some more. So that one we were looking at the last 2 days. And there you go. Let's see what else is going on. Intel's up right there. Let me see if there's anything else over here. That MRM and Bond. And CLLS is up there. RNAZ, watch this thing, like I said, for that curl up, pop up right there. And that UOKA and BTOG. So everything we've been looking at. And this SHPH took a nice dip. Let me take a look at that. Yeah, I'll have to look at that bad boy. Shuttle Pharmaceuticals. And that's shuttled right down. And maybe it'll get shuttled back up real quick. We'll have to look at it. What is it? SHPH right here. And what did it do today? Holy cow, 51 to 66, down to 28, and it's at 30. So it did run up there. It doesn't show it on here to me, but what did it say? 30 to 33, down to 29. Yeah, see, Finviz doesn't have it jumping up at all this morning. but it did jump up or it opened up. Let me see. Well, it gapped up, if anything, because it closed at 41. So it might have gapped up and just came straight down. That's a pretty wild ride right there for Shuttle. And there you go with them bad boys. And that's our SPY and our big caps, our crypto, our Joey's jumpers, and our laptop lowdowns. We just hit the scanners. Let me see what else is going on here. The Dow futures gain after shutdown inverted. So, I didn't even see that did they pass a deal? I didn't even notice. So I guess they must have passed the deal. So that'll definitely do it right there. And again, make it look good for today, but is it going to stand up for the weekend? They are trying to bottom out. Maybe we'll look at them. We'll be looking at it. Stock futures rise after sell off. Gold hits 3 grand. With uncertainty comes growing. Oh, they just changed the thing as I was just trying to read it. And then where'd that one go? I don't even know. But Safe Haven Gold rises above 3,000 for the first time. And the shutdown was averted. And investors should take a lesson from the Cuban Missile Crisis, says this bull, and Trump and Power playing from the same strategy book. And there you go with your news stories. Let's see what's going on. RDUS, that's way up this morning. Let's look at that one. RDUS, Radius Recycling, looks like it had jumped up over 100% right there. RDUS. Oh, yeah, look at that jump. It jumped up in the after hours yesterday, and then it just kind of opened up a little bit higher this morning. And AAOI applied something. Didn't we just look at that? Let me look at this. AAOI. AAOI. Wasn't that on the scanner the other day? I know it was. Applied Optoelectronics. We just talked about it. And that one's popped up here. So there you go. Gold. Laptop Travel has been saying gold for a while. That's for sure. And yeah, this AAOI definitely jumped up big time right there. And RBRK is at Rubric, and that's up there. We were looking at that the other day. I think it was trending or something. And Icon, what do they do, Green Thumbs? They pay a dividend on Icon? Yeah, I guess maybe they do, huh? Icon does pay a dividend, he says, so it should be today. So there you go. How are you, Green Thumbs? Good morning. And there you go with them bad boys. Let me see what's going on the stock twits over here. Let me see what's trending here. Because it is pretty green. Gold RGC is down, gold's up. That Barrick gold is up. We were looking at that last night in the last few days. CADL, we've looked at this one a few times. Excuse me. Candle Therapeutics trying to curl up, looking like it's in a good spot right there. So we'll have to look at this CADL. Let me take a look at this a little bit better. CADL, yeah, it's hitting that 50 and just trying again. They look good this morning, but we've seen them turn around real fast. QBTS is up. That gold GDX, AAOI. Maybe it was trending on here. I don't remember, but we just looked at it. And Ulta, we looked at Ulta Beauty. And that's up $18 off that earnings. And again, it doesn't look that great. This kind of looks like it jumped up off the earnings and could pull back there. So we'll have to look at Ulta too and see what it wants to do. Oh, why is this thing stopping again? Did this just last night. Hold on. There it goes. There's Ulta. And yeah, it's at what, 335 right there. Yesterday it ran up to that 335 area, so that's where it's at. And again, it ran up on the earnings. It could pull back, and we'll have to keep an eye on these as the market's opening, of course. And RAL, Freight Car America, that's jumped up there, it looks like. And another one looks like it could be trying to curl through. Let me look at it. Hitting the MACD in that 20. Not sure it's going to get through right there, but it's definitely trying, that's for sure. And RDUS was bought out by Toyota. RDUS. That's at Radius Recycling, and that was jumped up there like 100%. So that's why that's why that's popping up. RDUS, they got bought out. Thank you, Laptop Travel, for that. And let's see, it'd probably say Radius Recycling to be acquired by U.S. subsidiary of Toyota right there. So there you go for that one. You're absolutely right. And let's see if there's anything else. Yeah, I don't really see anything else. Let's see what that OCGN is just doing real fast. OCGN just kind of sitting there right now. MGTX, let's look at that. That's up 8 cents. We were looking at that to see if it could continue to run up. MGTX right there. And let's look at that HII. Is that moving yet? It's just kind of sitting there at 195.70. And Lockheed Martin is at 468 and looking good right there. So I must say LMT is looking pretty good. Keep an eye on that one as well. It's up about 87 cents today, but that one is looking good. And there you go. I would say that's a pretty good pre-market review right there on a Friday. It is green. I'll keep you guys posted if it wants to stay that way. So we'll obviously keep you posted and know exactly what's going on. Watch for that reversal on rail. So it's laptop travel. And yeah, we'll watch for that. And like I said, I'm watching for these bottoms to see if they are trying to bottom out here, look good. We've seen this before, and we are obviously coming up on a weekend, so you got to be careful with that because you never know, anything can happen. So we'll just be patient with it. Make sure that pattern's going to break before we really get crazy right there. And let's look at that ABVE real quick and see what it is doing. Oh, that's a big old curl up, huh? ABVE. That is crawling up that above food ingredients. And that did run up yesterday. It looks like 35 to 40, and it's at 40. That's a good one to keep an eye on, I would say. ABVE as the market opens. That one does look like it has some momentum crawling up there. So there you go, everybody. I would say it's a good pre-market review. And then I saw this yesterday, the AIEV, that Thunder Power. It's way down there, and I think it was on a scan. I think it was on my scanner. Actually, I did see it. It ran up yesterday. That's right. I did see it on my scanner. It like popped up 2 days ago. It did, and yesterday it pulled back a little bit, but not looking bad. But yeah, that thing went from like 25 to 46 the other day on the 12th, right there on Wednesday. So I noticed that on my scanner the other day when I was playing around on the Trend Spiders, and there you are with AIEV. And there you go with our market review, everybody. And we got to everything. And again, I'll keep you guys posted and we'll see what's going on. And if we can really get moving here, it looks like it wants to bottom. We've seen this look before. And until that pattern really breaks, we're not really going away from it. Let's put it that way, because it saved our asses so many times right now. And so until it just breaks that pattern, we know to look at it. But yeah, that BuzzFeed is up like 17%. So that was a beauty from Antonio Costa right there. And it did look good last night. What is that PSQH doing at the moment? I'm curious. Up still at 14 cents and trying to get moving. So we'll keep an eye on that. BuzzFeed definitely looked good going in with that momentum last night. So there you go in the morning. And there's your pre-market. I'll keep you guys posted as the market opens here, and we'll see what it wants to do. I'll let you know if anything wants to come down and what it wants to do going into the weekend here. So there you go, everybody. I hope everybody has a great day. Of course, trade smart and lock in those profits. Thank you for everybody that tunes in. Laptop Travel for your laptop lowdowns, and Asian Jolie for Jolie's jumpers. And again, starting next week, we will be live streaming. So be sure to check that out. I know the link sends out for YouTube early, and it does have a countdown if you're on there. And I know on here it just pops up. So at 7 a.m., we're always on, and 9 p.m. So you can just hop on and look at the charts as I go through them live. So I think that'll be great. And if you want to check it out, we did a live stream last night. So you can go ahead, check it out. Let me know what you think. And I think it will help out everybody. I had a lot of fun. I thought it was fun, and everybody can be involved. You can see all the different streams and all. So there you go. And last night was that partial eclipse if you got outside after at night to see it, and that blood moon. And so I hope everybody got to enjoy that bad boy. And again, have a great Friday today. Just trade smart, locking those profits. We're going into a weekend. You just never know what's exactly going to happen. So we'll play it smart, and I'll keep you posted as what the market wants to do here. So have a great day. Goodbye. Good luck. See you later. And I will catch you guys later. Have a great day, everybody.